You ever look at someone that did things to you or has plotted against you or set you up to take you out or stole from you, whatever it is, whatever the offense is, and you know what they did, but they don't know that you know? This message, this message is going to be for them. Now, when power is used to escape consequence, it means someone has learned to manipulate systems and people or perception to avoid accountability. But the universe doesn't trade in appearances, it trades in energy. So while the body might remain safe, their energy debt begins to accumulate. That's karmic inversion, when the reward becomes the curse. They may keep their status, their money, their following, but they lose resonance. They lose alignment. The soul becomes or begins to dim because consequence is the classroom of growth, and evading it severs the connection between power and purpose. You stay alive in the physical, but something eternal starts dying in you because real power isn't the ability to dodge justice, it's the courage to face it and still evolve. Let's talk about something most people don't realize until life forces them to. When power is used to escape consequence, you create karmic inversion. You stay alive, but you lose your soul. See, there are people who think they've won because the world didn't catch up to what they did. They think silence is protection. They think influence can rewrite truth. But spiritual law isn't impressed by the power you borrow. It only honors the truth you embody. You can't manipulate God's math. Every energy borrowed must be returned. Every lie told must be carried. Every consequence avoided must be lived through, differently or later. People always ask, if karma is real, why do the wicked prosper? And I tell them, because karma isn't always about what you see. Sometimes the punishment is the life they're living. You see them smiling, collecting trophies, standing on stages, but their nights are haunted by the same silence they created. That's karmic inversion. They didn't get away with it, they just got delayed. When power is used to escape consequence, it turns in on you. It becomes a mirror. You keep writing on the outside but losing resonance on the inside. That's why some people with everything still feel nothing. They've lost the soul that gave their power meaning. Power without purification always rots. It starts out magnetic. People gather around it, admire it, fear it, but over time, it becomes contaminated because power has memory. It remembers how it was used. If your power was built on lies, manipulation, or the pain of others, your victories become haunted. Every celebration echoes with guilt. Every blessing turns to burden. You can't use power to outrun the mirror. The moment you think you've escaped consequence, you start decaying from the inside because the soul knows what the ego denies. Here's what karmic inversion really is. When you flip the natural order of growth, you use power to dodge accountability instead of using humility to process it. It's like spiritual debt. You keep swiping the card, but the interest is compounding in your spirit until one day your outer success can't cover your inner bankruptcy. And that's when you see the inversion fully. The people who seem protected by systems, titles, or networks start losing the one thing that can't be replaced: their peace. Their mind unravels, their health declines, their name becomes a warning instead of a legacy. Because when you use power to avoid truth, truth start using time to reveal you. Let's talk about that false high. That feeling of control, of being untouchable, is spiritual intoxication. The higher they rise on that illusion, the more disconnected they become from the ground of their own soul. That's why their blessings start to sound hollow. That's why the applause doesn't hit anymore. You can't stay numb forever. Eventually, the soul starts knocking through sleepless nights, through unexpected losses, through the feeling that no achievement can fill the void. That's the mercy of consequence returning, not to destroy you, but to bring you back to your real self. You can escape human judgment. You can manipulate perception. You can even silence those you've wronged, but you can't escape energetic law because consequence isn't punishment, it's purification. It's the universe giving you a chance to feel what you caused so you can evolve beyond it. When you reject that process, you reject growth, and life will keep circling you back until you face what you ran from. That's why some people keep reliving the same betrayals, the same collapses, the same cycles. It's not bad luck, it's unresolved consequence. Real freedom isn't escaping it, it's integrating it, owning what you did, making amends, choosing alignment. That's how power becomes clean again. If you hear this, I'm not talking to your ego. I'm talking to the part of you that knows you've seen injustice and wondered why those who did harm seem untouched. Don't envy them. Their life may still be breathing, but their soul is quietly dying of starvation. When power is used to escape consequence, you create karmic inversion. You stay alive, but you lose your soul. But when you face consequence, when you humble yourself and let it teach you, you don't just survive it, you transform through it. That's how your power becomes divine instead of destructive. So today, let this message be a mirror. Ask yourself, what have I been avoiding that my spirit keeps calling me to face? Because on the other side of that confrontation is your freedom, your peace, and the return of your soul. Truth doesn't destroy you, it redeems you. I know what you did, and you know it too. You might not say it out loud, but your spirit has been rehearsing it every night. See, you thought you got away. You thought power could cover it, that silence could bury it, that the lack of consequence meant you won. But when power is used to escape consequence, you create karmic inversion. You stay alive, but you start losing your soul. You don't see it at first. It starts slow. Your sleep gets shorter. Your peace feels thin. You feel yourself scanning every room for proof that you're still safe. That's not safety. That's spiritual surveillance because your energy knows truth is coming. You didn't just get away. You got delayed. And delayed karma is the heaviest kind. Every time you replay that moment, justifying why you did what you did, every time you told yourself they deserved it or it wasn't that bad, your spirit was writing checks your energy would one day have to cash. You thought silence was closure. It's not, it's storage. Every unspoken truth piles up somewhere in your mind, your health, your energy until it becomes too loud to hide. That's karmic inversion. When you use power to run, but all you did was lock yourself in the room with what you ran from. You're still performing, but the applause don't hit no more, do they? You post, you smile, you walk into rooms and people still clap. But deep down, you know they're not clapping for who you are. They're clapping for the version of you that's still pretending. You mastered image, but you lost integrity. And integrity is the oxygen of the soul. Without it, even blessings start to suffocate you. You thought consequence was punishment, but consequence was the teacher trying to save you. You skipped class, and now the test showed up in your life instead. The universe doesn't need your confession, It needs your alignment. It already knows. It already seen. What you call coincidence, it calls consequence in disguise. That door that closed, that friend that walked away, that sudden discomfort when someone mirrors the thing you buried, that's not random. That's the divine tapping your shoulder saying, I saw what you did. Now, what are you going to learn from it? You can't out talk vibration. You can't outpray energy you refuse to own. Every apology you never gave, every truth you never faced is not gone, it's pending. You've been walking around with unprocessed spiritual evidence, and the longer you hold it, the more it starts holding you. Let me tell you what karmic inversion looks like in real time. You wanted control and lost peace. You wanted to win and lost meaning. You wanted power and lost presence. That's the trade. That's the silence every manipulator, every deceiver, every ego makes. They think they're escaping judgment, but what they really did was sign up for a life where truth becomes their shadow, following them everywhere, showing up in everything. You can't lie your way out of vibration. Even your aura starts snitching on you. People start feeling what you tried to hide. Your eyes give it away. Your tone shifts when someone mentions their name. That's not paranoia. That's exposure in slow motion. You're still standing, but your spirit's on life support. Because when power is used to escape consequence, it turns against you. You think you're steering it, but it's already steering you toward the lesson. Every sleepless night, every strange tension, every cycle that keeps repeating, it's the universe saying, you can't heal what you keep hiding. And I know it's hard to admit. You thought you were protecting yourself, but you weren't. You weren't protecting your ego while your soul was begging for air. You wanted the world to see strength, but real strength isn't in silence, it's in surrender. Owning what you did, repairing what you broke, letting consequence cleanse you instead of consume you. So here's the truth. You can keep pretending, you can keep dressing it up in power, in success, in silence, but the universe is patient. It doesn't forget, it doesn't punish, it balances. And every balance is coming. For every truth buried under status, for every lie disguised as leadership, for every soul you stepped over to protect your image. Because when you use power to escape consequence, you don't escape. You just delay your redemption. I know what you did, but more importantly, your soul knows too. And it's tired of hiding behind your titles. So stop running. Face it. Let consequence be your cleansing. Because staying alive means nothing if your soul is dead inside it. You've been surviving your own deception long enough. It's time to stop escaping and start evolving. You didn't lose your soul overnight. You lost it every time you told yourself it doesn't matter, but it does. And the moment you face that truth is the moment your power becomes sacred again. I know what you did. It's a spiritual confrontation for anyone who's ever used power, silence, or manipulation to escape consequence. Actions begin to erode and corrode the soul while the body still walks free. This is about the price of hidden power, the return of spiritual balance, and why peace can't coexist with deception. If you've been restless, sleepless, or haunted by the things you thought you buried, this message is for you because truth doesn't destroy you, it redeems you. Thanks for listening to my channel. I hope to see you again.